Welcome to Day 3, Session 2. For this meditation you will need the Concertina workbook that you were using in Session 1, and you'll be working on the same side of it, starting at the U end and working towards the Jesus end. In addition, you will need at least 2 colours to represent your journey towards Jesus today, now, and pipettes to hold the colours. In Session 1, you were thinking about your life journey towards Jesus, but this meditation is about moving towards Jesus now, today, as Peter did when Jesus said to him, "Come." You may find normally that you relate more easily to God the Father or God the Holy Spirit, but today this is particularly about thinking of God in the person of Jesus. You will need to start working at the U end, and that will be the end which you will clip onto something with a bulldog clip or something like that, so that it hangs down from that end down towards the Jesus end. So here you can see I've suspended the top of my book, my end, to the back of a chair, and then the other end is fastened to the board. But you could also do this by laying your journal out flat on a table if you've got a big enough one, and they have different results, and it doesn't really matter which way you do it, whichever way suits you best. And what we're going to do now is dribbling a colour down the page or along the page, depending whether you're doing it on a table or like this, which represents your desire to move towards Jesus. So this is the opposite to what we were doing the other day, where we had Jesus coming towards us. We're now thinking about our move towards Jesus, and I've chosen today to use probably green and blue, and dribble them. It's all to do with the journey towards God. Just dribble them down from one end all over, really. And then other colours on, because sometimes things are darker than others. And then what you do is you pick up this end, the end that's you, and you run the colours down, all the way down to that end, and then fold the whole book up. Then, starting at your end, very carefully unfold it. Be slightly cautious because it is very soft paper. If you've got a big pool like I've got here, I advise you to blot it off. No, it changes what happens. The reason being that it's in a fold, and the fold will eventually break. So I'm going to blot it off wherever there's a very big pool. You can, of course, just put the kitchen paper on and do that, and just take off the worst of the liquid. And when you've done that, have a look at it. Ask the Holy Spirit to show you anything that is visible on there, and you might like to write about what you're seeing actually on the journal itself.
It'll take quite a long time to dry, but you can sit with it and watch it drying. It may look rather a mess, but life can be very messy, as you will know. After that, not part of this meditation, but looking at this as something that you can use in the future. You can use this as a journal in which you make marks on top of these pages as a response to God, doing a sort of daily exam. So, for instance, they don't have to be done in order, day by day. You can just take a page that seems right for you that day, and then make marks on it for those things in the day that you want to pray about, the people you want to pray for, things in the day which didn't go well, either because you did something wrong or something else went wrong, and painting what you desire God's response to those things to be, and then end up with marks of thanks and praise. You can do this over and over and over again on the same pages, so that eventually you will get something which has nothing to do with art, but which is all to do with your prayers, years and years of prayers. So there you have a prayer painting journal which you can use every day and use over and over and over again, applying different colours and different responses to God on different days until it's, well, I don't suppose it'll ever be finished.